Hello everyone, Namira here, and today I'm going to be talking about a serious issue. And this issue is that we need to stop fueling this country's biggest problem, which is the automobile. Not the biggest problem, or it's one of the bigger problems of this country. And when you drive a car, you're giving this government money. And with recent events, as you probably know, Donald Trump has taken office in this country, and he's taking away so many people's rights. Trans people, immigrants, LGBTQ people, their rights are being taken away. And when you drive one of those, you're giving money to the government. Because of registration, taxes, all this money you're giving is to the government. And one thing that can help this issue is riding one of these. Now, if you're an American and you don't know what this is, please go back to school. But you should know what this is. It's called a bicycle. It has two wheels, has pedals, and a handlebar. And you don't need registration or maintenance. Well, you do need maintenance, but you don't need registration or anything like that to ride one of these on a road. And I'm standing on one of the worst bike paths I've ever been on. This is the California State 52 freeway bike path, and it's basically just a bunch of concrete barriers next to a freeway with trash everywhere. And we'll be doing some riding on it today and talk about this issue. It's very hot out here right now. It's like 30 degrees. But I just wanted to come out here and show that cars are just a big problem, because let's say you're someone who doesn't have a lot of money. You're barely being able to live, and you need to get to your work, but you don't own a car. This is what you'll be riding on if you're lucky. This is a protected bike path, and these aren't super common here in the United States. And as you can see as I ride on it, it's not too bad right here, but there's trash. Sometimes there's broken glass, and it's just not very well maintained. It's really not a place you want to ride, but this is one of the only ways to ride a bicycle across this mountain. So infrastructure like this is very important, but many people, cyclists, pedestrians, are killed all the time because of cars. And cars are so ingrained within our society that to a lot of people, it's just part of everyday life. And I think we need to change that, because being at risk, like a pedestrian being at risk, or a cyclist being at risk of dying just when they're trying to get to work, is not something that should be part of everyday life. Because obviously, if you're a normal, sane person, dying is a bad thing. That's not something you should be risking every time you go to work. But every day, I risk my life to get to work. And I own a car, but I choose to do this because I don't want to give my money to this government as little as possible, because ever since the president got elected into the office, Donald Trump was elected, he's tearing apart this democracy. And I'm a non-binary trans person, and seeing what he's done really aggravates me, because everyone in this country, pretty much everyone, part of the LGBTQ community, is just trying to live our lives here. And when you ride a bicycle, you're not paying registration, you're not paying taxes, you're not paying the government to ride this thing. And that's something that I think is very important, because our government is tearing this country apart. And these machines are killing people. And that's a really bad thing. So, this is why I ride a bike. And I don't know if this is true, but I heard that this bike path was created because on this freeway, there used to be no protection on this bike path, apparently. I don't know if this is true, so take this with a grain of salt. But I heard that a bicyclist was killed by a pickup truck on this road in the bike path because a pickup truck tried to pass another truck on the right. I don't know if this is true, but even then, regardless, cars kill so many people, especially bicyclists. In this country, bicycles are usually forced to share the road with cars, with nothing separating them but a painted line. And cars are a 2-ton, at least almost a 2-ton moving metal object with someone controlling it that's probably looking on their phone. And it shouldn't be rocket science, but that's dangerous. Like, if one of those cars were to hit me right now, I'd probably be dead. But this is how it is almost everywhere in this country. And it's very depressing. It's very obvious that this country was built for cars and cars only. There's so much wind over here. There's so much noise from these automobiles. It's hard for me to speak. I have to yell in the microphone for any hope of audio going through. And as a country, oh my God, that's disgusting. And as a country, we need to get out of our cars because, oh, it smells horrible. Whatever that car was burning or smoking over there, whatever that is, smells awful. But when you're a citizen in this country, you kind of just accept that. Because to a lot of people, it's their only choice. It's their only choice in life is to drive a car, pay all this money to own one, registration, gas, insurance, maintenance, tires, all of this stuff, just to get to work and back. And everyone, or most, how many people in this country accept it as just a way of life. Because that's what this government wants. They want people to keep driving their cars. And I want that to change and to people to stop driving, because it's not good for the environment. It kills people. It's also not good for your mental health to drive one of these things, because you're trapped in a metal box all the time. And it's kind of depressing a lot. Like, whenever I used to drive to work every day, and I hated it. I didn't like it at all. Ever since I started riding a bike to work, I felt happier. I I feel better in general because I get to go outside, I get to experience fresh air. Well, sometimes if a car doesn't ruin that. And it makes me feel better knowing that I'm giving less money to this stupid government. And that's very important to me. So, I don't blame people who drive a car for the most part, because to a lot of people, it's their only choice. Their only choice in life is to drive a car because the infrastructure is not good enough. But I'm lucky and I'm able to ride my bike to work, even if I'm risking my life a little bit to do it. But I think that's a fair enough trade-off for me resisting the force of this government. Now I know this is not a video I normally would make. I'm a Redstone YouTuber. I don't know if I'd call myself a YouTuber, but I make YouTube videos. I'm also an organist. You know, this is probably not something you would have expected. Look how quiet it is right now because no cars are going past. Oh, here they come, and it's gonna be super loud. So yeah, if you can do it, please get out of your car. Get anything other than a car, a bicycle, a bus pass or something, or walk to get out of your car and stop giving money to fascism and Donald Trump and all that. Now, obviously, I want you to also stay safe. I don't want anyone to get hit by a car, but whatever you can do to get out of your car safely, please do it. And I hope you guys enjoyed my rant. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.